Okay, you join us for the SE4 just started. It's always a little bit recalcitrant to get off the mark. Once you actually start going, as you can see, there's plenty of water and oil being thrown everywhere. There's been a minor leak, I noticed, the overflow plug. Nothing spectacular. You can deal with it. There's so many unions and connections on these, you do get a few leaks. We're talking something that's over 70 years old now. So it's not surprising you get one or two, but apart from that, as you can see, it's very much in the land of the living. Turning this workshop over without any problems at all. There's a little polisher. Strange colour combination. Again, going with that post-war mixture of light green and dark green paint. I've seen it on one other flat base owned by another steam collector. Apart from that, you can see the engines gurgling away. There's plenty of oil being thrown everywhere. I'm using an SE3 burner on this one. I tend to use that instead of the 5-wick lamp. Try and keep that in mint condition. It's a lovely sound this is. It's like a well-oiled sewing machine. A few little leaks I noticed, or just little bits of weeping oily water from a couple of the unions, but got to be careful not to over tighten them. That's very easy to damage the actual stubs and the thread. Simple brass hammer, punch and polisher. The grinder obviously wasn't around at this point, didn't appear till around about 48. I've got a bit of oil on the pardon my wiping of this. There we are, better. Plenty of oil on that base plate now with water. Probably stops the things from rusting as well. I'm going to just pop a little bit of rag down that chimney just to pick up some of the residue that's being spat out. So there you have it. How many 70-year-old toys could you possibly think now that are still operating apart from steam toys? So there you have it, in 1937, 38, thereabouts, SE4, still very much in the land of the living.